Ngayon nga, nag-file ng impeachment, contractor. Kakampi naman nila ano yan, kakantutan nila BBM yan eh. Mga pink yung nag-file ng ano eh. Yung mga dating anti-Marcos na number 4 na kontraktor na nakinabang sa BBM administration yung pusong Pinoy. So you think hindi magsasalsalan yung dalawa na yan? So ngayon, okay, the impeachment can still go through. Kung sakali, sincere yung pusong Pinoy sa impeachment, well and good. But what will happen kung kunwari nagkontsabahan yan si Bongbong Marcos at saka yung pusong Pinoy? Which is, I think, at this point, okay, at this point, until I am proven wrong, duda talaga ako doon sa impeachment na final today. At yung impeachment na yan, kapag dineclare ng Committee on Justice, yung may hawak, yung magre-review ng impeachment complaint ni Bongbong Marcos, at sinabi that it is insufficient in form and substance, magkakaroon ng 1-year bar rule sa impeachment ni BBM. So what would be the effect? Ibig sabihin, goods na si BBM hanggang 2028 insofar as the impeachment complaint is concerned. Goods na siya hanggang 2028. So ibig sabihin, hindi mo na yan matatanggal via impeachment. Kung ousting naman, aasa ka sa mga generals na korap, na kinasuhan ang mga dating generals kapag nagsalita against this government. Kaya wala din yung option kung walang support military. Ang bilis madebunk ng argument ni Tio through tanim impeachment, sabi ni Jeffrey. Ayan nga so a day after, meron ng tanim impeachment, pati why would you rebuke your friend in public kung sa tingin mo may mali? And that's really unfortunate. That's very, very unfortunate. Ako kasi ayoko na parinig eh. Kilala nyo naman ako eh, 'di ba? Sa totoo lang kahit sino, tada kami problema kayo, pakalanan nyo, 'di ba? Kaya ako ayoko ng mga parinig na ganyan. Either fix it, if you want to go public with it, you go public with it, pakalanan nyo na, rektahin nyo na. Or if you do not want to go public with it and you want to fix it, you talk about it behind social media. Ay, Miss Joey, tanim impeachment case yung sinampa para maharang yung legit articles of impeachment na pwede pa maisampa against BBM. Agree. Okay, let's talk about the basis of this kind of observation. Okay? Ano ba yung landscape? Okay? Well, people are getting really angry at BBM and the disgust is becoming more and more prevalent. Pero ano ba yung current na hawak ni Bongbong Marcos sa House of Representatives that might stop the impeachment? Remember, Bongbong Marcos still holds the pork for 2027. The 2027 pork, when I say pork, I pertain to the national budget. Okay? Dahil hindi na talaga ako naniniwala dyan na parang, gusto nilang gawin yung national budget para sa ikuunlad ng bayan. Mga ulul! Diba? Yung national budget, ginawa niyong pork. Yung 2026 budget nga, ginawa niyo pa rin pork despite the fact na ang dami-dami na nagkikriticize ng budget na yan. You're still able to insert all the questionable provisions of the 2026 national budget. So, ibig sabihin, napagbigyan pa rin yung mga gustong sumaya dyan sa 2026 national budget. What I'm saying here is that as long as Bongbong Marcos would have a control on the budget, ibig sabihin, he would have bala on how to push back doon sa impeachment na ipa-file laban sa kanya. That's just the reality. Okay? Yung mga kongresista natin, majority dyan, maybe many of them are already vocal, many of them are going to parang push back and not support the administration, but I still think that they still have enough numbers para i-push back yung impeachment ni Bongbong Marcos. Not as solid as the Martin Romualdez led Congress, pero definitely hawak pa rin ni BBM yung pork Hawak pa rin niya yung pork. So therefore, may power pa rin siya to wield, 'di ba? May power pa rin siya to wield doon sa House of Representatives. So, saying that, it's gonna be a challenge to mount a successful impeachment complaint against Bongbong Marcos. That is just the reality. Okay? That is just the reality. But, okay. So, ito na nga. Aside from the fact na, we're talking about legitimate impeachment here, ha? We're talking about yung, kunwari, may nag-file ng legitimate impeachment, ganyan. Kumbaga, may numbers pa rin si BBM doon sa House of Representatives. Another challenge dito sa impeachment is, eto nga, Today, merong nag-file ng impeachment complaint and the impeachment complaint was filed by a certain Pusong Pinoy party list. Itong Jet Nisay of Pusong Pinoy party list is a number 4 contractor. In-endorse niya yung impeachment complaint na kinraft ng isang lawyer na private citizen na si Andre De Jesus. Pink ang Pusong Pinoy, sabi ni Pating. So ngayon, itong impeachment na to, this is another thing that you have to take note. Itong impeachment complaint na ito, okay? Itong impeachment complaint na ito is also something that is accepted by Cheloy Garafil. Cheloy Garafil now is the Secretary General of the House of Representatives. Kaya nga china-challenge ko yung realistic ni Tio tungkol dito. Kaya nga china-challenge ko yung POV kasi ni Tio, ito lang yung realistic na way para mapauwi si PRRD sa Pilipinas, tanggalin si Bongbong Marcos as president. Well, you know, that's really gonna work for PRRD. It's favorable for PRRD. But if you're going to insist that it is the most realistic one, it is an option. It is an option and it is a good option. But how are you going to operationalize it? Like for example, in this situation, wherein meron tayong tanim impeachment, how are you going to counter it? 'Di ba? So unless you would be able to defend and explain to all of us how you are going to counter this kind of move on the impeachment. Kasi sinaalang-alang mo na yan lang yung way to move forward para mapabalik si PRRD sa bansa. Paano pag kunwari ito? Itong impeachment ni Jet Nisay. Okay? Itong impeachment ni Jet Nisay, tinanggap na ng HOR General Secretary General. Pagtas umakyat, ni-refer na siya sa committee. Tapos yung committee nag-decide na, okay, itong impeachment na ito is not complete in substance and in form. Ni-reject yung impeachment complaint nitong Pusong Pinoy. It gives BBM 1-year immunity. Ibig sabihin, aabot na talaga to si BBM. Assured na BBM is not going to be removed up until 2028. Why did I say hanggang 2028? Kasi guys, next year, 2027, it doesn't make sense na i-impeach mo pa yung presidente na paalis naman na sa kanyang pwesto. It doesn't make sense anymore. Kaya nga, you take into consideration the remaining pork. Sana healthy debate, dalawa lang kayo. Wag na personalan yung... Hindi ako pinapersonal ni Tio. Pero ang pinapersonal niya si Kuya Miko. Medyo sad rin ako doon. Like for example, yung sasabihan si Kuya Miko na walang-wala. Gano'n. Actually, rich yan si Kuya Miko. Si Kuya Miko, meron lang talaga yung ugali na parang he enjoys calling himself poor. Ganon. Pero hindi yan poor, Diyos ko. Hindi lang talaga siya ma-lifestyle. Tagal ko nang kilala si Kuya Miko Hindi poor si Kuya Miko. He's just the kind of person who does what he wants and talagang, yung matipid lang talaga siyang tao. Kumbaga, yung pera niya, in-spend lang talaga niya sa mga bagay na gusto niya. So kapag kunwari, merong isang bagay na wala sa plano niya, ganyan-ganyan, sasabihin niya, wala akong pera dyan. Ganon. Pero hindi dahil sa wala siyang pera. Wala lang siyang pera para dyan sa activity na yan. Kasi hindi kasama sa plano niya. I think yun rin yung mga bagay na dapat iwasan ni Tio. I don't know if he's going to take my advice or not. But those are the things that he has to, to learn how to tone down. Lalo na kapag kakampi. I've unfollowed him twice. Sobrang egoistic. Mayabang lang si Tio. Yun kasi natural niya Yun yung natural niya I think it has something to do with the hardship that he experienced growing up. Kasi syempre, kumbaga parang, he has to prove himself all the time. Kasi nga, hindi naman siya nanggaling sa privileged na background. And I think that is something that is admirable. 'Di ba? But anyway, let me just focus on the issue at hand, okay? So ngayon, this is what I want my followers to pick up from me. Na we have to strengthen our national consciousness. We have to strengthen our resolve on how to move forward. And for me, gaya nga ng lagi kong sinasabi ever since na important kasi that you are creative in finding solutions. 'Di ba? So for me, hindi talaga po pwede na you're going to hindi ganito lang yan, solusyon diyan, ganyan. Because there are so many ways to skin a cat. Yun nga sabi nila. So, ngayon, itong impeachment, ito ang pagdating dito sa, we have a very, very peculiar problem. The problem is, PRRD was taken away from us. Etong BBM administration na to, they exercise their oppressive tendencies to the full extent over PRRD. Kasi hodang kidnapin si PRRD, padala sa Hague, kasi hodang i-corrupt niya lahat ng mga institutions in order to carry out that action. And unfortunately, Duterte supporters weren't able to stop it. Diba? Ako, I really feel guilty that, alam mo yun, parang feeling ko parang, bakit parang wala akong nagawa? Alam mo yun? And, one thing that I learned from this road trip, it's not only me who feel that way. Yung mga kababayan natin na parang yung pumipirma sila, nag-aano sila na, ma'am, kung pwede lang 1,000 pirma ang ilagay ko dito, 1,000 pirma ang ibibigay ko. Alam mo yun, yung lahat tayo meron tayong hawak na guilt eh. Kasi nga parang, ba't di natin napigilan? But of course, yung guilt na yan is coming from love and respect. We respect PRRD for what he had done to the Philippines. And we are all trying to find ways on how to fight for what is right. One thing that I learned dito sa road trip na to, hindi namatay yung respeto at pagmamahal ng mga tao kay PRRD. PRRD really really serve and thought of ordinary Filipinos. Sa family level, pumasok yung leadership ni PRRD. We met parents, we met mothers, wife, sister, magpunta sa amin, magpipirma sa signature campaign, and they are crying na si PRRD lang yung nagbigay ng peace of mind sa akin nung nag-aaral yung anak ko sa Maynila. Si PRRD lang yung nagbigay ng peace of mind sa akin kasi yung asawa ko tumigil sa pagdadrugs na takot matukhang. And alam mo yon, and these people, they are really crying, they are really very grateful sa war on drugs ni PRRD. And gusto ko makapture yun, gusto namin makapture natin yung ganong klaseng impact ni PRRD sa mga buhay natin. Because that's the way they try to paint PRRD is as if he is a senseless killer. He is not. Diba? Sana pagkatapos sa signature campaign, mag-protest tayo sa Kamara para ilaban natin si Sara sa impeachment. Kailangan kasi ipakita natin na maraming ayaw sa impeachment ni Inday Sara, sabi ni Jojan. Yes! Well, we can do a lot of things. Diba? Pwede natin pagsabay-sabayin yan. Kung kaya ba ng powers natin, bakit hindi? Diba? Kaya nga sinasabi ko lang is that let's be creative in expressing our disgust to this government. Let us be open. If anyone would be able to think of a solution instead of killing the idea, okay, create another one which can be supported by others as well. River tayo, hindi tayo mauubusan ng tubig, okay? Tama, dapat maraming option. Hindi ka mag-stick to one. Alangan naman maghintay lang tayo, hindi naman yan mag-resign si Bangag. Correct. And also, the impeachment would have a lot of challenges. And I explained to you earlier the reason why impeachment of BBM, I'm not saying it's impossible. Pwede rin naman yan. Kung gusto niyo ipa-impeach si BBM, mag-start ng process to impeach BBM, that's okay. I have no problem with it. It is a real option. What I'm saying is that it is not very realistic, pero hindi porket sabihin natin na hindi siya realistic, hindi ibig sabihin out of option na siya. Pwede pa rin siya. Ang nagkamali lang si Tio dito when he said that those are the two only realistic option. Very, very wrong siya doon. 'Di ba? Oo, tama. Kasi kung aasa ka sa mga conventional ways, tulad na sinasabi ni Tio, ibig sabihin, umaasa ka na may moral sa mga tao na nasa pwesto. Correct. Ngayon, yun lang yung option na binigay mo. Tas failed na. Ayaw mo nang mag-explore ng ibang option. 'Di ba? Di talo ka na. Yes, kaya sabi ko din sa comment kay Tio, sa post ni Coco, inalis niya sa reality niya ang option na mapapauwi si PRRD, part din yun ng reality dahil dalawa naman talaga ang path, mapauwi o hindi. Correct. Walang problema sa post ni Tio. The problem is the timing, which is very questionable. Sabi ni Virgil Berm. Yeah. Yun din yung hinanakit ng ibang tao. Why would you say that eto lang yung path and everything else is futile? Yun yung nakasakit sa maraming tao. And that is also the reason why I felt I have to speak up. Ganon. Ayun, kasi tumulong rin naman si Tio, sa tay kami naman eh. Tumulong rin naman siya dyan eh. So parang, are you saying that this option is futile but you just supported it anyway but you still think it is futile? Ganon kasi yung dating. Ganon. So, I think, minsan kasi talaga, bata lang rin naman si Tio. Meron siya mga nasasabi, siguro hindi niya na pag-isipan thoroughly, ganon. Kalas Dutertista na ba si Tio? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think. I think Tio is very, very Duterte. Ganon. Meron lang sigurong mga, yung mga ganitong bagay. Hindi naman pwedeng, hindi naman perfect ang mga tao. Pwede naman talagang magkamali. Ganon. It's just really a matter of how to move on from this. And I think the best way is to focus on the cause.